Good morning or good day to you, wherever you are, any part of the world you are. I'm Sunday Hosu from Sunclear Food or Sunclear Consult Limited. I'm glad you tune in to us to view our channel. Today, I will be talking on something very, very important. I will be discussing to you today that what will make some people to be in business, why some people will be out of business. It's important for you to listen to us on this. And we will be doing this every now and then. And we also want to bring a live streaming where we will bring in expert for you. If you are online, then you can ask questions. Sunclear Consult is a one-stop food and agricultural system hub. This is where we give you top of the notch advice and on your farm business. I'm sure you will like it, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to improve your bottom line, your profit margin. We are in it, and you are in it too. And we are in it to make the best out of it. Now, today, I'm going to talk to you on agribusiness in a changing environment. One thing to agriculture is that agricultural sector is a sector that has its own inherent risk. And that's different from what happens to other sectors too. Agricultural sector has its own problem, the risk that it has to deal with. Then adding upon those risks are the other risks that happen to other companies, the government policies, whatever happened in other world. So that's why anybody who is in agribusiness needs to be on the top of his business. It's a sector that we can't just let go, because at the end of the day, everybody needs food. At the end of the day, everybody needs food. At the end of the day, everybody, even if you have money, as economic transform and people move from agricultural sector to other sectors, it's important for us to keep those who are in agribusiness productively engaged in what they do. And these days, in a capitalist economy, it's incumbent on you to do what you have to do for yourself. Because when you are in business, you are happy. You are happy, your family is happy. And that's why we are here at Sunclear Consult. That's why we give you expert advice on how to improve your profit and how to be in business. So today, I will be sharing with you on the topic, agribusiness in a changing environment. Now let's move on. In my introduction, you will see that agribusiness operates in a complex, interconnected, and rapidly changing environment. This could be domestically and globally. A lot of things happen in our countries. A lot of things happen in the nations around us that affect us. And wherever you are viewing me from, in a village, in my village, or whatever part of the world, because I grew up on a farm, and I'm actually a farm kid. Probably that's why I ended up having a PhD in agri-economics. I love agribusiness, but when I was growing up, I've actually thought, because that's what we lived on till we were going to school. I always have to go back to farm. I've always thought about how can we improve this system to make everybody on the farm enjoy what they do. Not only that, also make money out of it. So that's what we do here at Sinclair Consult. I've just told you that what happens in other countries affects your farm. What happens globally is because affects your farm, wherever you are, because agribusiness is a complex venture that affected by many, many factors. Some of them are not in the hand of the farmer. But what we do in this channel, in WeGro channel, is to see how you can make the best out of it. How you can make the best out of it. So, because the environment is challenging, it's also highly competitive. It's highly competitive because people's needs are changing. So agriculture has evolved, agribusiness has evolved from a linear or static perspective and to adaptable tactics if you want to be in business. If you really want to be in business, you really need to have that competitive advantage. And this competitive advantage needs dedication. They are not what one-off thing you do and leave it. It's like somebody who is in game of shares. You don't just win one and say you just have to dedicate to it. Sometimes you don't have capacity. Sometimes you don't have knowledge. That's why we are here. That's why Sinclair Consult Limited is here to help you in this aspect of your business. You really need an enhanced competitive edge for your business to thrive. Not only thrive, to be in business. One of these days, I'm going to talk about business life cycle of farm business. That will be the next thing I'll talk about. You have to look at the stage you are in your farm business and look at the thing that you will need that is expected for you to be in business. That will be the next talk here. Please look up to read. Now, what other thing do we learn is that nations have become smaller. It's only the politicians that know the boundary of their nations, or maybe those armies, those in the force that defend our boundaries. But if you talk about what the world we are now, you can talk to me wherever you are, whatever part of the world. So that's what technology, communication, and advanced technology and advanced communication has given to us. That shows that if you don't have competitive edge, somebody producing the same thing you are producing somewhere else will take your profit. You will be out of business very soon because you won't have a customer again. Someone else would have taken your customer because of the communication edge that he has. And that's what is going on. That's what we need to understand. Another thing, we look at countries. There are many things that happen in other countries affects us in anywhere you are. And that talks about events globally. We have dealt with Brexit since 2016, and we are still going to be dealing with it. So you need to understand this, that whatever happens in those places is going to affect you too. Brexit, how does it affect agribusiness? Number one, if you are a farm business that have been exporting to Europe before, you will see that Britain market is somehow strategically getting off your reach. How do you deal with that? If the major part of your customers are in Europe before, how do you deal with that? That's going to bring another cost or any other thing, any other planning that you have to do to still continue to reach out your customer. As we deal with the post-Brexit era, as maybe by December we would have known, but the COVID era has also thrown that thing into many forms now that we don't know. It's affecting your business. It's still going to affect. It's still going to continue to affect agribusiness. What about Iran and U.S. rhetoric of war? Today we will bomb. Today, so those things affect many things that affect agriculture, on agriculture too. Probably the peace that is being channeled in Middle East these days, by maybe it will help us. Maybe it will help us to solve. But whether it helps us to positive or negative, you have to make decision. These affect your farm production or productivity. COVID-19 pandemic. You see, we all woke up to this, in 2020 with this COVID-19. This is today is September 1st. You will see that people are still grappling. How are we going to deal with this COVID-19 issue? And it's affecting farming. I'm going to present on that, how farmers and agribusiness can adjust to post-COVID era or deal with production in COVID-19 pandemic season. So it's a serious issue. It's a global event that is going to affect everybody. It's going to affect the food prices. It's going to affect people in business. It's going to cost some people who used to get access to some market beyond their reach because of the restriction. What again do we need to look at that affect agribusiness? Is the price of oil. You say, do I need oil? I'm not in oil business. Well, you're not in oil business, but what happens in oil business affects your farm. It affects what you do. It affects, if you use, it depends on your level of your intensification or mechanization of agriculture. But even if you use a little part of fuel, it's part of it. If there is problem, it will affect the price of oil and will affect the production in the farm. So these are the things that makes agribusiness challenging. But you can do well in it. That's why you need experts like Sunclair Food and Sunclair Consult Limited. That's why we are here. And that's why in this channel, we tell you free of charge what you can do on your farm. Do subscribe to us, and you will see that you will be getting all these things from us. Now, let's look at the key disruptors. What are the things that are going to change farm business, agribusiness management in the era that we are? Number one, and if you pay attention to this, you will be in business. Number one, there's going to be increase in food and fiber to satisfy the urban population. The urban population is projected to grow. Many people are going to flood in urban center, and they're going to need food. What does that open for you? It opens another market. It also opens another production frontier for you. You will have to make decisions, because if you don't, you will be out of business, or your profit margin will reduce. And if it does that, that's not a good sign for an agribusiness. So we are also going to see consumer-driven sustainability from a growing middle class. Middle class percentage are going to increase, and it's definitely going to look at how we produce things, what people want. You definitely have to pay attention to that. It's going to disrupt agribusiness management in this era that we are. Another thing is population demography. You've got to look at what people need. You've got to look at the sector of the population, the segment of population that needs what you produce. If you produce only to the elderly, you just to look at how the percentage of the elderly are in the country or the market that you supply. If there are no demand, you won't be in that business. So there has to be something you have to be looking at that, and to add competitive advantage for yourself. One more thing that's very good, that's going to characterize the agribusiness in this. If you are not thinking about it, think about it. It gives advantage of economies of scale. It brings advantage of management. It also brings advantage of reduction in cost, production costs. I'm talking about corporatization and industrialization of the farm business. Sometimes I'm going to teach that, how you can place yourself, take advantage of that on this WeGro channel. As I said before, WeGro channel is going to be encompassing all agri-food system, talking about technology, talking about ICT, and talking about youth involvement in this. That's what we do here, and market analysis too. So you can reach out to us if you need us to help you in this area. So let's move on. We talked about there is going to be transformation of agri-food business system, because new channel, new value chain network is going to be formed. So you need to pay attention to it. Is there any just value that you can add? Is there anybody you can integrate, you can connect with to enhance your productivity? These are the information that will affect your farm business in this era, technology. Every one of us grapple with it in this COVID era. And everybody, people have not even learned how to do it. They have to, because that is the need of the hour. That's just an ICT. And it has, as I just told us, that the next, we're going to bring an expert here to look at fourth industrial revolution, how it affects agriculture in Africa. And please tune into our channel. You will see, you will receive a notice to that, and you can always be online. We can send a link to you to be online to ask questions, and we will be bringing experts to this channel, WeGro channel, so that you can ask questions, just to make sure that Africa and agribusiness in Africa is enhanced. Okay, what about another thing that is key, is an inherent factor, is an inherent risk in agribusiness, a world of climate extremes. Places that have rainfall, adequate rainfall before, are struggling. And those who depend on rain-fed agriculture are badly affected. Maybe you said that you have, I have irrigation, operating irrigated farming. Well, you also need to think that if rain is not falling, the country is going to begin to adjust distribution of water, and you also need to begin to think about how to optimally use water resources in your farm. So pay attention to that as is going on in the country, the policy that is going on, the policy of the world on water resources management is key. As we have this extreme climate, extreme event of climate change or climate variability, it's important for you to pay attention to, because those are the things that are going to drive agribusiness in this era we are. Importantly, is Africa. Africa is going to have a share in agriculture, and we are seeing it. And so you need to think about it. If you're also thinking about, if you're only thinking about doing networking in outside Africa, think again. Africa is taking opportunity that is ongoing in agriculture. And actually, people in the world know that the market now is in Africa. So pay attention, if you are in agribusiness, to what is going on in the topic. And we will be doing that. We will do that. We're going to bring experts here. We're going to bring them to discuss with you what is going on, what Africa is doing, and what advantage you can take in it to enhance your business, to keep your family happy, and to keep yourself in business. So One more thing that we say here that is very key to food security in Africa or in the world is the growth in bioenergy sector. Bioenergy sector, as we look for opportunity to reduce methane gas or greenhouse gases that increasing as science has said, increasing the chances of this global change or climate change, you need to pay attention to this sector. This aspect of agribusiness, bioenergy sector. And if you are in the primary production sector, you could take your position. What crops do you want to grow that doesn't need to compete with the food crops? That you have to take your share in that market. These are the driver. Pay attention to these nine points and look at it what you are doing presently in your farm. You'll be better. Well, let's move on. So like I said that agribusiness is a serious business. And apart from the inherent risk, there are also the agribusiness operates in a very changing environment that is going to affect your bottom line. That's why we are here. That's why Sunclear we be your partner. Whatever way you need us, just call. But I'm going to share with you 5 critical success skills you need to develop to move to do well in agribusiness. Number 1 is you have to learn how to manage innovation and change. Customers are going to drive change. Consumers are going to drive change. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? And that's very question to ask yourself. The tastes of people are evolving. Innovation are evolving. And the more you put yourself into that, you take advantage of that, the better for you, for your farm business. So because consumers will be demanding more or different things, to keep yourself in business, pay attention to how to manage innovation. What can you add? There are many things you can add. But even if you don't have capacity to do that, you can contract that out. You can make people do that for you. And that's what we do at Sunclear Consult. We deal with this issue every day for you to be in business. Do consult us. Number 2 is that learn how to manage risk. One of the ways that you can keep yourself in business, in farm business, is diversification within the sector, probably vertical or horizontal. But you need to learn how to take risk or how to manage risk. You need to be able to determine the risk factor. You'll be able to have something that even this enterprise A fails, my enterprise B can cover for this short time that this risk come in. And how do you learn this? You learn about government policies. Anywhere in the world or in Africa, subscribe to our newsletter and policy analysis. We will be giving it to you every week, so that you can know the changes that is happening, the policy that are happening in your country or in your region, and to be able, the policies that affect trade, the policies that affect outsourcing, where you get your the policies that affect the value chain networks. So it's important, and the policies that are going to affect consumer, probably tax policies too. Those are level of risk that you will need to be acquainted of to be able to keep yourself in business. Don't forget, if I said it, these are the 5 success skills you can develop. If you don't have this capacity for it, why don't you shout out and let the experts help you to navigate through it? So because you can, some of the way agribusiness has taken them themselves manage their risks is maybe by future and option market. Maybe you can have contract to be delivering somebody before you produce. I thought you have a contract agreement with people. That has to do by somebody who knows the market for you. We can help you if you need help in that area. So you can have, you can contract or to management to somebody to be managing it for you. Risk is, risk management is very important. And one thing I need to tell you is this: the higher the risk, the higher the profit. So you will learn you need to learn how to manage your risk and how to take risk. Now, normally, not some small scale farmers are risk averse. We know that because of their frontier, because of their production frontier. But what you can do for yourself is to learn the risks that are involved and learn how to manage it. Now, we look at the third point is effective organization. How will you be able to manage your labor? Labor organization in this era will be very imperative in farm business. We've seen some farms that have been raised down by labor issue. And once labor go on strike, and agribusiness, especially the production sector, or probably you are producing livestock like chicken and all those rest. So you need to begin to look at it. Balance your labor between machine and human being. The level of automation. What level of automation can you do on your farm? That will be key in this era. When everybody say we're not, or maybe not even that there is labor unrest. Let's say the man that, the chief person that works for you is sick. That's a risk. Probably we're going to discuss that. That's a risk that many people don't look at, and they have not planned to mitigate that. I'll talk about that when we come to that point. Because you yourself, farm manager, you are a risk to your business. I don't mean it because you hate your business. It's just that you yourself, something can happen to you that will throw your farm out of balance. We're going to talk about that. Just tune on this WeGro channel, and we'll be talking on this. And for deep analysis, do visit us or reach out to us on the our social media, and you can always get us. Now let's look at this. The fourth key success factor: designing information system. You need information. You know the reason why market is not perfect? Because there is asymmetry of information. What you have, I don't have. And you are free to take advantage of it. Let me tell you one story on this. 2000, I was in the I think I was in second year in my junior degree. I went to University of Agriculture anyway, and that was the year that Yahoo was booming. Yahoo has those who provide email. I used to have a friend then, but he was so advanced ahead of us. Do you know, as much as he was my friend, he collected money from me to open Yahoo email for me. You see, I could have even gone to internet to do that myself, but he got that information. And that's what people live on. To be in business, you need information. And sometimes people think that they can't pay for it. But what about if you pay for it and you enhance your production or productivity, and you don't pay for it and you're out of business? So you need information, because it's rapidly changing. The world is changing, the need of people are changing, and you need somebody to keep up on it. We do that for you for just a premium. So you could contact us on any information you need, and you'll be the best for it. Because if you don't have capacity to keep up on all these things, you can't do many things at once and be at best. So you need somebody to handle something for you. That's what Sunclear Consult Limited does. And lastly is managing human resources. Human resources, it drives everything. You can have capital. You can have every land, everything you want to do. You need to plan how to optimize your labor, the people that work for you. And if you don't have capacity, contract it out. Then you can negotiate it. We can help you negotiate something like that to keep your labor happy and to keep yourself happy. Human beings are not machine, and that's why, because human beings have emotion. Human being can be sick, a machine cannot. Machine can break down. So what does that mean? You need to be able to do the best you can do to get the best out of your human resources. Those are 5 key skills that you need to get. Look at it yourself one by one, how to manage innovation and change. And then the next one is technology. And then the next one you have to look at how to design effective organization, how to blend labor or machine use, and how to look for information, what type of information you need to be in the business. The last and not the least on that is how to manage your human resources. Now, let's, as we are here now, we're almost getting off of this section. Do subscribe to our channels. We're on Facebook. You can look for sunclearfoods.com on Facebook. You can look for us on Twitter as well. Instagram, we're there. And you can look for us also on YouTube channel, where I know you are viewing this from. So, and when you subscribe to us, you have an update of live expert discussions on interesting topics on this area. We are one-stop hub for all what you need in agribusiness. And I mean that, and you will know you will get the value for following us on this channel. This week I will be talking about our live streaming will be on Fourth Industrial Revolution, its impact on agribusiness. I'll be bringing an expert to talk about this, and I be sending the link. Just subscribe to us. We will be online, and you can also ask questions online if you are with us. So as we're coming to the close of today's section, I want you to know that agribusiness is challenging, and one of the things is some of our operation is seasonal. Most people are in production sector production sector of the value chain. You know that it's seasonal. So you will learn how to utilize your employees, those who are specialized, those who you have to you have to use continuously, and those who you have to come when the season during the in season. This is how you can manage your human resources and get the best out of it. You better get somebody, you better make even your off-season, your seasonal labor very happy. Otherwise, when you need them, they won't be there. And that's the way how you can manage your human resources. Now, we will continue from this point next time. I hope you enjoy this production. Do give us a feedback on info@sunclearfoods.com, wherever you are, or whatever feedback you have, whatever question you have, do give us a feedback on it, and we'll be glad to provide answer. And if you need us for any consultation, do reach out to us and let's see how we can be of help to your business. Because being in business, you being in business is our business too. Thank you so much for tuning. Please don't forget to click subscribe to our channel, and we'll be able to give you updates on the live streaming that we're going to have this week on fourth industrial revolution and agribusiness in Africa. I'll be bringing an expert for you. And if you are online, you can also ask live questions. I hope you've enjoyed the today's production. Do send us a feedback, as I said, and look up to us for next edition on WeGro section. On WeGro channel. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again. Bye.